going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I did a story last week about a little 10-year-old boy that was fatally shot by another 10-year-old boy, and who was brought up on charges, him and his father, Arquette Davis. And the child that lost his life is right here. This is 10-year-old Keith KJ Frierson. Now, recently, a candlelight vigil has been held. Well, yesterday it was held by the family. There was a lot of sorrow. A lot of people in the community came out, and people that heard about the story came out and showed support and surrounded that family with love. The mother spoke at the vigil, and I got to admit, it was hard seeing her talk through her pain. But she explained the reason why her 10-year-old son was shot by another 10-year-old. And you'll never guess what brought it to this point. Take a look.
Brittany Frierson is still in shock. Loved ones surrounding her as they honor the life of her 10-year-old son, Keith. He was shot and killed over the weekend.
This wasn't supposed to happen. It's not okay.
Candles, balloons, and photos of Keith sit at the site of the shooting, right outside the family's apartment on Greenhome Drive. The last time Brittany saw Keith was when he went to ride his bike Saturday afternoon.
Not even 15 minutes later, my baby was gone. All because he was enjoying a race with some other kids he considered his friends.
The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says another 10-year-old boy shot Keith after getting a gun from his father's vehicle. Deputies arrested that boy and his father. Brittany says the shooting happened because that child, someone Keith had played with before, lost the bike race. Investigators say the suspected shooter's father, Arquette Davis, tried to get rid of the gun in a nearby trash can.
And instead of aiding my baby, he tried to hide it. He tried to cover it up. He will pay for this. He will get justice for my son.
The family blames Davis for the fates of both 10-year-old boys.
This is the parents' fault. They failed that child, and it took our baby because they failed him.
Now, all loved ones can do is remember Keith's life and legacy. Dozens gathering at a vigil Monday night to do just that.
A kid that just wanted to have fun.
Keith was described as active and played football for the Junior Foothill Mustangs. His coaches also paying tribute to the kid they called a gentle giant.
We're gonna miss him. We're gonna miss him a lot. Should have never happened, man.
Everyone here is holding on to Keith's memory. His family says it's helping, even as their hearts are breaking.
All this love and support y'all pouring on me and my family, I thank every last one of y'all.
All right, guys, there you have it. More senseless violence. But then again, you can't expect a 10-year-old boy to have sense when the father didn't. The lady spoke some serious, she dropped some serious gems there. The light-skinned lady, she say, that's the father's fault. And he failed. He failed that child. He failed both children. It makes sense. I can't believe that he, as a grown man and a father himself, would come outside, see what happened, see a child slumped on the ground as his son's friend, find out his son shot this child, and never go over there to check on the kid before trying to hide the gun. And it's funny, in the news article that I did in the last video, he's not legally able to own a gun. So I guess he was an ex-felon. It's just funny how he could hide that gun. You know what I'm saying? But he couldn't render aid first. You was already busted. The kid gonna tell where you got the gun from. That wouldn't even have ran through my mind, knowing that my son's friend is on the ground and my son is probably crying because he did it. Because he didn't want to get in trouble. This boy lost his life because of a bike race. Guy got mad, went and got the gun, blasted him. Why was the door still unlocked? Supposedly he sent his son to the car to get cigarettes for him. I would never let my kids touch a pack of cigarettes or a cigarette, period. That right there shows the dumbness altogether. Kids are curious. They don't need to know nothing that's bad for them, especially if you're smoking around. They don't need to touch nothing or anything else. That's neither here nor there because Keith Frierson is gone. I told y'all, pain and suffering is universal. You've seen many different skin tones out there, many different ethnicities, because they feel the pain that this woman going through, and she thanked the community, and shout out to the community for showing support. Had his football coach out there. They had him in programs. You've seen in his picture, he's very well kept. People loved him. And for this to happen to him, and to have a father like Arquette Davis, you know, and I'm sure he loved his kid, but his love was a little bit different. Children only do what they see us do. You know, they don't do what we say, they do what we do. By you having him go out there and you being lazy, instead of getting up off your ass and going out there and supporting your habit and grabbing your own cigarette, you sent your son and he stumbled upon this gun. Just weird how he just knew how to use it. That's another thing that I think about. He knew how to use that gun. Could have blew his own face off. You know what I'm saying? Trying to shoot somebody else. You go and throw the gun in the trash can. How stupid are you? Like nobody would see you after the shot went off. It's a bunch of screaming and hollering outside. How are you going to hide that? Why would you want to hide that? I understand wanting to protect your children, but there are some things that are more important than trying to cover your own ass when you shouldn't have had the gun in the first place. It's a child on the ground needing help, and you chose to cover your own ass while letting him suffer. Make it make sense, man. It's just amazing to me how like violence is like the norm. It's like the norm now with just anything. Death is the first thing we go to. He lost a race. He was such a sore loser that he went and got a man's weapon and dealt with a boy. He's a boy himself. What type of movies you think he's been exposed to where he knows a gun can kill somebody, so he went to go get it? What type of psychological problems do you think he had? I think he's a sore loser. He one of them kids that probably get mad, do like this, and don't want to be your friend no more. And that was never broke out of him. Because it was something in him that was greater in him being mad and being so angry that he dismissed the fact that he had a dad in the house. And he went and got that gun and shot him like, okay, I'll deal with my dad later on. Think about that. Everybody parents different. But a lot of times when you spare the rod and stuff like that, or you don't give the right teachings, or you teach one way, but do the opposite, children will do the opposite. You only confuse yourself, not them. Like I said, they don't do what you say, they do what we do. God only knows what this boy was exposed to where he felt as though he knew to go get this gun and shoot this dude to hurt him. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. May Keith Frierson rest in peace, like I said before. And his family, man, they got a long road to healing and recovery, man. Send them your prayers. See you in the next video. Take care.